Very good evening and welcome back to the Addo Stadium where we're getting ready for the grand finale, the final game of the CFU Challenge Series Under 14 Girls 2025. This is the championship game for Tier 1 teams and it's the defending champions Puerto Rico up against the Dominican Republic. And of course, we want to again thank our sponsors for making it possible. The Trinidad and Tobago Football Association hosts for the 2025 Cup Shield and Challenge Series. Our internet service is powered by Flow, who also carry our signals around the world. And the CFU is partnering with FIFA for an expanded Challenge Series program. The Challenge Series is designed as a developmental tournament for players, referees, and coordinators. This year's edition included capacity building workshops, female athlete health education, and a research survey.
Okay, firstly, congratulations for meeting the final. Which areas of the game do you think is most important to focus on for the win?
¿Qué tú piensas que sería el más importante para que se enfoquen en el entrenamiento para el partido?
Lo más importante de hoy sería la concentración, estar concentrada al 100 porque el partido va a ser competitivo.
Yes. All right. What is the main message you are having your players focus on in this game?
¿Cuál es el principal mensaje que quieres darle a las niñas para que se motiven o que se mantengan enfocadas en el partido?
Bueno, nosotros ya le inculcamos que deben jugar su fútbol, divertirse, pero como es una competencia siempre tiene que haber un ganador, siempre estar positiva y alegre.
What is the proudest moment you have had so far in this tournament with the team?
The most important moment.
Proud.
Okay. ¿Cuál es el momento más emocionante o la más que tú entiendes que es el que más te motiva de este torneo?
Este momento es el mejor porque lo que trabajamos es para llegar a donde estamos, a ser finalista.
Excelente. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
All right. Firstly, congratulations on reaching the final. Which areas of the game do you think will be most important to focus on today to get the win?
Thank you. It's a privilege to be here, and always a final. You gotta be focused in every detail, right? Especially in the offensive side, that was our kind of weakness against Dominican Republic last game, but we're focused, and the objectives, like I said, is clear.
Great. What is the main message to the team going into today's final?
They have to enjoy the game. They have to enjoy the football and trust themselves, because if you don't trust yourself, you don't have anything. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the final. You don't play a final every day, so let's enjoy it.
Excellent. What has been your proudest moment up to this point in the tournament?
I think that first match when I was able to do every sub and put every player to play and they perform like I have 20 starters. I think that was the best moment we have had until today. Yeah.
So well, thank you so much, and we wish you the best in the final.
Thank you.
It's not simply about how many games you win, but more about how many lives you touch. This is why we do it.
Because football is life.
Because we know firsthand the power of football can positively change lives.
Because there's nothing else we'd rather do. Because our hearts beat football.
Because there's nothing quite like representing your country.
For the love of the game. Por el amor.
Pour l'amour.
I'd leave the war.
For the love of the beautiful game.
put your brand front and center on the biggest screen in the house? That's where Flow comes in. With dozens of networks and thousands of shows, we can precisely pinpoint your customers based on interest and lifestyle all day, every day. From entertainment, sports, news, and foodies, we have them hooked. Contact one of our sales teams today. Flow, giving you a smarter and affordable way to advertise locally and regionally.
So as we get ready here for the arrival of the two teams on the field, this is the final. Puerto Rico up against the Dominican Republic. And Joanne, as a player, this is what you dream about. You did all the hard work, you went through all the wrongs, but this is the day that you kind of dreamt about.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you know, as much as we want to say it comes down to the best players on the field, but that isn't always the case. It comes down to who can emotionally and cognitively handle the pressures of the day. And that's why it's so important to expose these young players at this age, so as they go through and they progress as footballers, they come to handle these situations even better.
Well, certainly is a big occasion for them as they get ready to make their way onto the field. And all the preparation is behind them now. It's really about execution of the game plan, whatever it may be today, as the players get ready together with the officials to make their way out.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Puerto Rico, to be followed by the national anthem of Dominican Republic.
So there you have it. The two teams having their anthems played as they get ready for action here in this final. Puerto Rico were here before. The Dominican Republic hoping to lift the title themselves and avoid or deny Puerto Rico the chance of back-to-back victories in this tournament. These are your officials for today. Charlie's Hood of Trinidad and Tobago, Michaela Ordain, Carla Burrows, and Rabia Blinker, the fourth official. Rudy Richardson is the match commissioner, Donald Carter is the delegate, and the referee's assessor is Cordella Samuels. So these are your starting lineups. Number 1, Valeria Laus del Moral, the goalkeeper, Rivera Macheo, the captain, Alyssa Badia. Number 2, Isabella Dorsey. Number 4, Maya Peguero. Number 5, Carolina O'Brien. Number 7, Camilo Otero Cortez. Number 9, Yamilet Diaz. Number 10, Maya Galiete. Number 16, Kayleen Suarez. Number 17, and Liz Maria Espinoza. Number 19. For the Dominican Republic, Wandale Bonilla Garcia. Number 12 in goal. Gia Marie Fernandez Rodriguez. Number 10, the captain. Luna Camille Castillo Estevez. Number 2, Renata Pamela Rodriguez Alba. Number 3, number 4, Samantha Jane Santana Griffin. Number 6, Kaylee Melissa Linez Dotel. Number 7, Delilah Rose Antonini Ramirez. Number 8, Dilis Leticia Asiero Ciprian. Number 9, Maria Zamaria Molina Torres. Number 14, Gabriela Natalia Sanchez Lechia. And number 15, Camilla Hidalgo Trancoso. So those are the starting lineups for this one. And again, Joanne, this could be a much different to what happened when they met in the group stage, when the Dominican Republic ran off deserved winners 3-0. But they just get the impression that this Puerto Rican team has been building towards this particular match.
Yeah, absolutely. And the coach has also the experience of managing a team in the final, and that experience could be critical because this is their title that Dominican Republic are coming to take from them. So they already have it. And, Puerto Rico have shown that they are a very good team. They have massive depth off the bench, which I think is probably the most depth we've seen in the tournament. And so he has alternative options to look to if his game plan is not going as he wishes. But now it's going to be a cracking match.
It should be interesting. Puerto Rico kicking off in the blue and the Dominican Republic in the white strip. So they no doubt will be anxious to make sure that the result that they had in the group stage is no fluke and that they deserve that victory. Cyprian trying to get it in, and good skill once again. Opportunities for them early, but they give it away. And to whom? Nobody up there. The play was wide, but she opted to go straight forward. Here's a shot from distance. I think it was just to test the legs there. And goalkeeper Del Moral quickly behind it. And that's a good header. Alba in some trouble here, and she's going to have to do very well to close things down. She's isolated out there. This is going to be interesting. The ball comes in, a chance here, but the shot is skimming off the outside of the boot. Actually didn't go out, it stayed in. And the goalkeeper doing the smart thing. Garcia not wanting to risk anything, just played it into touch. So good positive start from Puerto Rico as they look to, as Joanne said, try to hold on to a title that is theirs. Here is Peguero trying to throw it in, and the Dominican Republic trying to get it out of harm's way, and only now are they getting it for Torres, helping it on. As they turn and twist at the back, Dorsey. Good ball played up into the middle there. Macheo, the captain, doing very well. Turning, getting away from the pressure. And here's an early ball over the top. Now, can the Dominican Republic hit them on the counter-attack? This is kind of like what they did in the group stage game. And a little bit of misunderstanding there. Neither player went for the early ball. Another one that is easily floated into the area. So a good bright start this from both teams. I would imagine Puerto Rico, no doubt, will be looking to not fall behind like they did in the first time. But now this is a chance, and again, because we had a little bit of rain, it just add another dimension to proceedings here. The field is a little bit slick.
Yeah, the ball is skipping, and you'll have the nerves, especially in the opening few minutes. So, if you're Puerto Rico, you went down early last time. You don't want the same thing to happen. Both teams came out. You could see in the national anthem the passion that these teams were showing. So the intensity is high, and you expect those, little nerves and mistakes at the beginning.
Here's a ball in, only blue shirts, but arriving late and just getting it away again. Suarez is back there helping out and doing a good job. So Puerto Rico handling that defensive assignment very well. And now they don't always have to throw the ball forward. It just seems they're programmed that way. Dorsey. And Alba can helping out. But immediately it's played forward. And if you notice, a lot of players are slipping right now because of that slick nature of the field. We did have some rain just about, 45 minutes before kickoff, or even just an hour or so before. And while it's not raining now, it certainly was a sharp shower, and then it stopped. Ramirez again, or Suarez rather, at the back, helping out again to get it out of harm's way.
Yeah, Dom Rep have definitely started very, very intense, not giving Puerto Rico any time on the ball. And again, due to the conditions, will make it even harder for them, Puerto Rico, to kind of come out of the back.
Dorsey doing well there, just in short. And so it's going to be interesting to see what kind of adjustments. And, they thought it was a goal kick, but the referee says it's a corner kick. So the way she was shielding it, she obviously felt that the last touch was from the Dominican Republic, but the referee begs to differ, and now they have to defend this now. Look at white shirts in the area. They're certainly showing real intent here. Just 2 players back. Everybody else in the area, but 6 of them in there. Here's a ball clean at the first post and curling in nicely, but nobody got there. The goalkeeper, though, was a little bit wrong-footed, because when it started to curve, you could see her making a quick adjustment. And now this header might be inadvertent, but it certainly spun in the right direction, and they were able to clear it out at the back. So the Dominican Republic just a little bit tense, and I would imagine that's a chancy ball there, but they were able to tighten it up quickly. And coming very deep is Espinoza to help out. Dorsey plays it nicely down that left-hand side. Galiate is out there, but can't get past the wall that is Hidalgo Trincoso over on that far side. Here is Dorsey. She's had a monster tournament. She could see her maturity as the tournament went along. She just got better. In fact, she dominated that side in the semifinal against Jamaica. They didn't really have many options on her side.
Yeah, Puerto Rico now starting to settle, just get some touches on the ball, and calm down a little bit, slow down the tempo. But the set plays from Dom Rep are something that Puerto Rico needs to be seriously concerned with. They do not need to be giving away any corners, worst case scenario, because the deliveries into the box on both of them have been excellent. Free kick right there for Dom Rep. Didn't really see much in it. However, referee deems it was a foul, and this is another now set play where you could see Dom Rep's really going to try to get the ball into the area to cause some problems.
Castillo with the ball headed away, not very far though, and they may not get it out of harm's way. Fernandez, the captain, trying to bring it out, but is robbed of it, and here they come again. that one goes to Torres, though. She can get a shot off if she wants. Turning, twisting, comes back on the right foot. Still, probably just overdoing it a little bit there, but Cyprian has it. She is also trying a real speculative ball into the middle of the field where there are a number of blue shirts there to intercept. And it's going to be another throw in. Peguero coming for the ball quickly, but losing the handle on it. And now they get a chance to move forward quickly. Here is Lechia. She is turning, twisting, and Torres, very skillful, very tough to take off the ball. A lot of times she's strong physically, and that one almost falling in place there. Castillo nearly ran herself into trouble, and eventually they're able to win it back. Macheo does well, but again they're losing it in the middle of the park. Lechia wins it back, and it's still with the Dominican Republic, and trying to knife her way inside. The return ball is a little bit too strong from Dottel, and it's allowed to go over the line. But you can just see the intention, though. They want to try to build it, especially in the middle of the park, where they feel that they can really get the ball into the flanks, essentially. But that's going to be a throw-in.
Peguero on the right here and Dorsey on the left, as you mentioned before, have really matured as this tournament has gone on. So, you know, their positioning is well, their movement off the ball is good. And so it's going to take something, you know, special to catch them out of position.
Good football again, and there's another one played inside, but too strong and not taking any chances at all. Garcia just whipping it upfield, trying to get Torres going, and Torres almost got a sniff there, but it was won back quickly in the middle of the park. Troncoso doing well, and now they're trying to build those passes just a little bit short, but Alba loses out. Here's a great ball, and it's an even better one, but it's a little bit wide. Can she bring it back in play? Skipper trying to turn, and then finds some movement in the middle, but good closing down on the defense, and that's a tough ball. Just a little too soft, and they allow the blue shirts to come and claim it. She should be coming from an offside position there. The referee doesn't see it. The assistant has the flag up, but play is allowed to continue.
Badia got away with that one then.
Yep. The referee still hasn't acknowledged, but the flag stays up, and now the flag on the other end goes up to get her attention, and now they will bring it back for the offsides. It took a long while for her to recognize that. I thought they would have just allowed play to continue. Yep. Actually, play did continue. That's another great ball inside, but look at how many blue shirts behind it there. About 3 of them cutting out any opportunities for the ball to go there. Macheo doing well, and again, and now the outlet, but doing very well there. Just to get it, Castillo. She and Griffin are 2 sturdy defenders, central defenders there for the Dominican Republic, and they too have had really good sequences in this tournament, keeping their opponents at bay.
It certainly is a battle of 2 excellent teams. You know, Puerto Rico, they're stringing passes together, but at the same time, if they can play it forward quickly to Cortez, they're certainly trying to, knowing that they've got people who can play off her. Whereas Domrep trying to find more so the outside channels. But certainly, some excellent young players on this field this evening. It's frightening to see that where they will be in 5 to 10 years, the quality of football that you're seeing now, between the ages, 12 and 14.
Well, they push it on. There's that one ball. That's a chancy ball there. That could be dangerous. As they shot, it takes a deflection, but that takes all of the sting out of it. And Garcia can breathe easily now, but she was taking a risk there, trying to play that one first time. And Macheo doing very well. to control the middle of the park. And just look at the composure that they have on the ball. They're not rushing anything right now. Just trying to get their teammates into position and playing the early ball. That's when they're most dangerous. It's when they can release it and get the movement going.
What is fantastic to see is you're not just seeing purposeful passes, you're seeing purposeful movement off the ball when the team obviously is in possession when they're not in possession. So, and again, that's one of the key things we want to work on with younger players, is not just waiting until you're physically involved in the game, but the movement is really creating space for your teammates as well. And you're seeing it from both teams. But Puerto Rico definitely settled down.
That's offside, yeah. She was offside early.
Just a little too early there with that run. But again, you're seeing the idea, you're seeing the movement. And you're definitely seeing the football intelligence from both these teams.
Yeah, the Puerto Rico trying to build it, take their time, not trying to rush things. And by doing that too, they save their legs, because most times it's a rush. And remember, as you said, this is the sixth game of the tournament. So
yes,
it's a lot of football they've been playing. I remember these are under 14 girls, so it's going to take its toll at some point. And some of them with injuries or nursing little niggles. You always have something that hurts somewhere.
Absolutely, and the size of the fields too. Like we don't have small fields there. These fields are
international standards.
And on the larger side of the international standard, both all three fields that we've used.
And that's a little too close. And still trying to get Ramirez involved. And she's the real live wire for them. She's not afraid to mix it up.
Griffin didn't want to take any chances there, putting that ball out of touch.
And again, Peguero trying to get something going there, but they're not reading her. She threw that and nobody responded to it. In fact, Cortez and completely just moved away from it. So they quite rightly trying now to see if they could do something with this corner kick.
First corner of the game for Puerto Rico. We saw how effective Domrep was with their first two corners. The quality, again, it looks like it's being...
So this is Ramirez, or Espinosa rather. She scored the second goal from a free kick. It went in. It just curled past everybody. So now she is...
Referee's having a little chat in the middle. A little bit too aggressive for her liking. Telling them to calm down a little bit.
A lot of movement, especially with O'Brien. You don't want to give her any room at all, but this kick is just behind. Not the ideal corner. Not the best delivery.
Uncharacteristic of Espinosa, because her corners have been quite bang on in the tournament, consistently hitting that 6-yard box. But again, these young ladies.
Ball picked up again, one back nicely in midfield. She looks there, she sees she has a teammate right there with her. And early ball back, but that's another risky ball. But again, Espinosa trying to get involved, but that's a very good turn from Lechia. Trying to play it forward here, but again, good combination work and good covering by Peguero, recovering nicely.
Initially her pass put her teammate in a little bit of trouble, so she'll be happy that she was able to recover there and put that out for a Domrep throw.
Cyprian to take it. And again, if they come too close, they put their teammates in trouble with the throw-in. And so sometimes you just need to pull away. You could always come back, but you need to get them some distance so that they have a target to aim at and an area to aim at sometimes. Even if they're closely marked, if you drop it in front of them, they have a chance. But now a chance going the other way now. Rodriguez spraying it over on that far side though, and not the easiest of balls to control, and this would have been an easier pass had she just played it to her teammate instead of trying to just to whack it upfield. And Gagliete would have been as free as a bird.
Foul throw there.
Yeah, to give it right back. And so again, Dorsey looking forward for something. And look who's back there, the skipper helping out. Although she put her teammate in some trouble. And that's a good early ball in and tracking it down quite comfortably. Dalmoral. And we also have two excellent goalkeepers in this tournament as well. Castillo in some trouble here. Her back turn to her opponents, but she does well in the end. Both herself and her teammate helping out. Again, Dorsey showing good patience here. Puerto Rico trying to move their players around, and then they give it away. Those passes have to be a little more. There has to be a little more accuracy in those passes. You can't just risk a ball like that in the middle of the park. It's going to be picked off 9 out of 10 times as it was there.
Yeah, Domrep shape in the middle is, you really don't have space to make that error. And if you lose the ball there, problems can come.
Here's another good ball. It's a bit of a foot race, but Castillo is quick. And she recovers nicely.
Good pressure from Cortez. She didn't have any support above, but she did. She managed to, win the team the throw.
Yeah, they come again, an opportunity to probably get it inside. It's a turned away, chance of a shot. It doesn't come. However, they still maintain possession. It's out here now, Peguero. Can she deliver something? Just floated in, but not strong enough. Lechia gets it away and trying to get it to O'Brien, but she is being policed and denied. But that's another great ball. However, again, because of the slick nature of the field, it's going to run, it's going to hit the surface, and it's going to travel.
I love the calmness there from the goalkeeper. Rather than just sending it forward, she gives her team the opportunity to get back into shape and then be able to play the ball forward.
Sabrina just missing out there, Cyprian, and eventually they're forced to clear their lines here. Rodriguez having to come back and help out. So no goals yet in this encounter. And there is the little error from earlier, but eventually tidied up. So here is the throw-in now, Cyprian for the Dominican Republic. 20 minutes gone, no goals yet. This is the final, and it's all about hardware in this one. Who is going to get the hardware? Puerto Rico knows what it feels like to lift the title. And boy, will they want to do it again. They did it 2 years ago, and they would like to do it one more time. The Dominican Republic, though, standing in their way.
They do say it's better to win it the second time because you defend your title. So I'm sure they will feel the same way. That throw.
Yeah, it's bonks. It has extra bonks in it, and then it skids. So it arrives at a tough angle. So
Cortez coming over.
A number of white shirts there. Cyprian again with a chance. Yeah. And the thing is, they persist on throwing it down the line. They hardly ever deviate from that. And this is good football, very calm. And just as I say so, they give it away and put themselves in some problems. But look at how quickly Macheo comes back there. Very businesslike and very organized. But that is where you don't want to lose it, because it could hit you. It really could hurt you in double quick time.
Oh.
Another infringement. Castillo going in there hard, but also there, but then they give it away, and an opportunity now. Can they get it forward quickly? And ball played down the line. That's where she's supposed to be, but she was nowhere near where that pass was played to. But again, it's just almost instinct that they know there's somebody supposed to be there, so they're just playing it. And she probably didn't take a look, and she was under a little bit of pressure as well.
Absolutely. As you say, you know, she knows her teammate's supposed to be in that direction. She just tries to play that, and it's only when she raised her head. You saw the reaction as soon as she played it, but Cortez pressuring, almost forcing a mistake.
Yeah, Cyprian again under a little bit of pressure in that left back position, because apart from Peguero, Cortez is also kind of shifting into that direction, and they're causing some problems. Here's Cortez again fighting, and she, well, at first they said it was one way, then they changed their minds and say it's going the other way. The Dominican Republic don't mind. And is it a foul throw now? Well, so they eventually get the throw in. So I think they're asking where to get it from. Throwing in quickly. Now, can they keep possession?
Oh.
Again, it's a little bit tight, and they lose out.
A little bit of a soft pass by Peguero, put a teammate in a little bit of bother. You saw the idea of what they wanted to do, bring it back, but that ball was just a little too soft, allowing Dom Rem to come in.
Here is Rodriguez, but again, that throw, you want to believe when you make a throw, the first person has to hit this the same color as you.
Yes.
In terms of your uniform. And just a little too physical there, Rodriguez. And of course, understanding that O'Brien goes down under the weight of that challenge.
Loving the intensity from both teams. Both teams came out not just to play but to fight in this match. They really want this, and you see it. And they're not letting the moment, the event itself, deter them.
Suarez now, can she deliver something to occupy maybe the two stoppers or just beyond them? I think that's what they wanted, so that everybody could be running in the same direction. She has to get some height in it. That's not a bad ball, because that's going to bounce and skid and cause all sorts of problems back there, and it ends up being a corner.
Yeah, Puerto Rico definitely applying some pressure now, but can they capitalize on that pressure? That is the big question.
So we're approaching 25 minutes in this encounter.
And Espinosa's corner will be a little better than last time, but you can see again pressure on the goalkeeper.
She doesn't give herself much of an angle though. She kind of stands almost
very straight
directly behind the ball. So there, even if she swings, once she anchors that left leg, she should be swinging across it slightly.
And there's not much grass as well. So
here she is again. This is much better. It's headed away though, and eventually helped on even further. But here is Dorsey doing very well. All the way back it goes, and they get it further over on this side, and pressure.
Yeah, you saw once she turned the wrong way, she was always going to be under pressure to keep that ball in bounds.
Espinosa trying her best to filter it further upfield, but nothing doing. So we're heading to 26 minutes in this encounter. Still no goals. This is the final. Somebody wants the trophy and the gold medals. Nobody wants the silver medals. Castillo looking up, decides to play it forward, and I've said they circulate it. That's a great ball, and it could run. Can they keep it? No. This is an opportunity here. She scores. Brilliantly done. The captain does it. Caroline Macheo in the 27th minute. A bad mistake at the back, and Puerto Rico have opened the scoring.
Superb finish. And it's the following up as well. Initially, the ball that was played through to Cortez. But as the defender tried to clear the ball fell perfectly to her, and a fantastic strike at the top of the box, putting it across the goalkeeper. And you have to say they deserve it over the last 15, 20 minutes, the way they've played. Now it'll be interesting to see how Domrep bounce back, because again, they finished their Group A first. They would have been leading in all their games. So it's going to see how they respond now to being behind against a very good team.
Yes, it is. And this is what Puerto Rico wanted. Puerto Rico wanted to score first and not allow the Dominican Republic to dominate proceedings.
Number 11, Caroline Rivera Metrio in the 27th minute of play.
So the ball played way over on the far side. They're a little bit behind Diaz, but she does well to keep possession. Still fighting for it though, but they give it away again. And here they come once more. Lovely ball played in. Here is your goal
Brian
scorer.
on the outside.
Yep,
Can't you find
Machio. Good defending though. Lecce coming right back to just cut off her forward progress and give them a chance. Lecce again trying her best. Puerto Rico though applying the pressure, and they win a free kick in the end.
Very good defending. Did not back down from the challenge. Received a free kick as a result, but still managed to attack the ball and win the ball.
Suarez is, she's as tough as nails. She's not the biggest physically, but she has good lateral movement and she anticipates well. Ball played in, a little bit of a push there, but the referee allows it to go, or does she? But it's going to be a throw-in, or is it going to be the free kick? So I think she's given the free kick.
I think she was seeing if there was any advantage coming from it, and as there wasn't, and absolutely they prefer to have the ball on the ground with Suarez and see if she can get this ball in. They want to put some more pressure inside that box and to see if they can capitalize.
So again, it's a chance for them to try and do something. Here is Suarez, plays it in, but again, not handled very well at the back. Again, you want to use the broadest side of the foot, the biggest surface that you have there, but instead, Troncoso decided to play with the instep, and it's because there's a bone there. Once it hits that bone and it goes off, that's it. Hard to reel it back in.
Really hard to control that ball then.
Here's another lovely ball played in, and another chance. Alba doesn't handle it very well. This could be a chance, but again, the sting taken out of it at the very last moment. Again, coming inside. Diaz and almost getting off a powerful shot.
I think at this rate, Domrep will just be very happy to get to half 1-0 down.
There's another good ball played out to the flanks of the field. Can they keep it in? And that's another bad effort. This could be a goal. Saved. And again, she needed to put it. Diaz needed to really whack it. She just tried to place it, but she placed it in the general area of goalkeeper Garcia, and that really allowed her to make the save.
Diaz did well just to get between the two defenders. I think they got caught ball watching, just thinking that ball that might go out of play, and she kept running.
Again, the Puerto Rico just seem quicker to the ball right now, and they just have a better understanding of where their teammates are and how to effect the passes to them. And this is what is the difference right now. The Dominican Republic just seem probably a little bit frazzled by the fact that they're trailing in this game, and that they can't really equate in terms of the play, the quality of play that they're getting from Puerto Rico. The defending champions playing like champions.
They're doing very well. Puerto Rico, when they get the ball, they're not just trying to force a pass. They've been very calm and collective in possession.
Here they are again with an opportunity, still battling, and eventually the ball is cleared away. But again, it's been that kind of a first period for the Dominican Republic. She was under no pressure back there. All she had to do was pick a spot, and she miskicked it, and it went away. Now she's going to win it back. So Cyprian probably needs something just to regain her confidence. She's been
A
beaten a couple
difficult time.
times.
Difficult time on this side from O'Brien. Cortez coming over, applying pressure. It's been difficult for her. And the pressure continues, you know, Puerto Rico really not letting them out.
Here's a chance now. There's a lovely shot and trying to hit it with the outside of the foot. Again, Macheo showing her maturity and her understanding, hitting that with the outside of the right foot. But again, they're just doing all the smart things. They're not allowing the ball to bounce too much. Here they come again, opportunity. The shot on its way, but it's easily saved by Garcia. Comfortably in behind it. So 32 and a half, almost 33 minutes gone. And it's been a real masterclass from Puerto Rico. The defending champions, 1 goal in front and thinking about more. At the moment, they have possession and they're not giving it up quite easily. Ramirez coming wide this time, giving it back and an opportunity for them to maybe build here. Oh, look on the extremities now. Look at where you could find a Macheo. She is on the flanks. Another ball played inside. The header just over the top. Now, can Diaz and company control it over on that far side? Still turning, still going, still going. The ball inside. Maybe a shot could come. It's not there yet. Here it is. Brilliant. Brilliant goal indeed. Her corners might not have been what they expected, but that rocket just flew in there. And that is the brilliant Espinosa once again in the 34th minute. She's made it 2-0.
Absolutely well deserved. Since they scored that goal, I mean, even when they scored the goal in the 27th minute, they were controlling the play and doing extremely well. But as I said before, you would feel that they just wanted to get to halftime at 1-0 down, as you could see the momentum from Puerto Rico just continue to build and build. Their desire to attack the first ball, the second ball, and a fantastic finish by Espinosa.
So Liz Marie Espinosa makes it 2-0 now, and the Dominican Republic, well, it's an understatement to say that they have work to do, as they find themselves trailing by a 2-0 margin, and just being outplayed at the moment. Just the little things that the Puerto Ricans are doing so much better, and this is part of it. They're controlling tempo and they're keeping possession. They're not just giving the ball away. It means that the Dominican Republic players have to work to get the ball. Just as I say that, another ball is running free, and here they come again. Great ball played inside, and that is O'Brien. Can she get something going now? Here is Peguero, but she just loses out. But
ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official on the sideline
it's
has
all
indicated
going.
that
2
there
minutes
will be
of added on
2
time.
minutes of added time in the first half.
What a first half we've had here with Puerto Rico really tightening the screws.
They're playing with so much confidence. And again, we spoke before about the passes are purposeful, the movement of the ball is purposeful. And Dominican Republic are really struggling just to get any kind of control, even when they have the ball. You know, they're feeling the pressure, and as the way we give it away at the edge of the box. Diaz picks it up.
Yeah, that's not where you want to give it up. And just a little miscommunication there. She was just trying to play it in and bounce it off her to get the return, but it was cleared up by Castillo. Now, they still have possession, and they're keeping that possession again. O'Brien looking left side now, and there's always Dorsey, always willing, plays a brilliant ball inside Machero. Can she turn? Look at for the more inside. She's trying to get the shot, but it was muffed at the moment. Now Ramirez for the Dominican Republic. They need her to get started and to get something on free, maybe even the captain. But right now, it's not working out for them. But at the other end, it's been only blue shirts. They're here, there, and everywhere. And Alba, this time, getting the better of it. And got how they're battling over herself and Diaz. They are not backing down at all.
No, definitely a nice match on that side of the field. Diaz felt like she should have had a foul a few moments earlier and got up and then won her team a throw.
Throwing take on only white shirts though, but they're going to do it again. Taking quickly, and they look like they want a third goal even before the half. They're so full of purpose and so full of running. But that is the end of the first half. Referee Hood has blown the whistle to signal the end of 37 pulsating minutes of action. And at the half, it's 2-0 to Puerto Rico. Caroline Macheo in the 27th minute and Liz Maria Espinosa in the 34th. And it has to be said, Joanne, the scoreline reflects the state of play.
Absolutely, absolutely. They took about 5 or 6 minutes to settle down at the beginning of the game, but once Puerto Rico settled down, there was no looking back. Everything they're doing it calm, collective, and purposeful. And to be fair, like, you know, Dominican Republic have a difficult hill to climb in the second half, especially if that's how Puerto Rico come out and play. And we also have to remember Puerto Rico have great depth in their bench. So if it is that the intensity starts to drop, he has people that he can pull on, the likes of Smith, Riviera, Stora. They've made differences in games. So he knows he has those options.
So that's something that I'm sure he'll be considering. So thank you to the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association, host for the 2025 CFU Club Shield and the Challenge Series. So of course, Floor, the internet provider, and carries our signal around the world. The CFU is partnering with FIFA for an expanded Challenge Series program. The Challenge Series is designed as a developmental tournament for players, referees, and coordinators. This year's edition also involved capacity building workshops, female athlete health education, and a research survey.
Not simply about how many games you win, but more about how many lives you touch. This is why we do it.
Because football is life.
Because we know firsthand the power football can positively change lives.
Because there's nothing else we'd rather do. Because our hearts beat football.
Because there's nothing quite like representing your country.
For the love of the game. Por el amor.
Pour l'amour. I'd leave the war.
For the love of the beautiful game.
Protection that moves to your beat. Protect your home with Armor Security. With 24/7 monitoring, instant alerts, motion sensors, and rapid response, you and your loved ones stay protected day and night. Sign up for the Protector or Commander package today and get a free security camera and installation. Armor Security, powered by Flow, in partnership with All Pro Security. We keep your rhythm flowing. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
And as we get ready for the second half of this encounter, remember it's 2-0 to Puerto Rico, the defending champions. We want to thank all of those who made it possible. Thank you to the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association, host for the 2025 CFU Club Shield and the Challenge Series. The internet is powered by Flow. The CFU is partnering with FIFA for an expanded Challenge Series program. The Challenge Series is designed as a developmental tournament for players, referees, and coordinators. This year's edition includes capacity building workshops, female athlete health education, and a research survey. So a couple of changes for the Dominican Republic at the interval. And here is the start, and it looks like
number 13.
So they've introduced Morel quickly, hoping that she could get on song before this game gets too far going.
Also, we have now the introduction of number 17, Santa Lisa.
Now here's a chance here now for Torres. Can she do something? Not this time.
Your attention, please,
Diaz.
ladies and gentlemen. A substitution for the team, Dominican Republic.
Diaz again trying to go there, but they give it right back.
Napoli Sanchez Garcia. Entering the field of play, number 11.
Here they come again now.
Marie Martinez.
Should have played it early. She had her teammate running free down that right-hand side, but she opted not to. So Cortez has to check and come back for it now.
Number 13.
And good football once again. They still have possession of it. And there is your goal scorer just splinting in there, but there's no support on that far side. And then just played into touch. No pressure at all on Griffin. But again, it's just the whole state of the game right now. And their whole position that they don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, Puerto Rico have come out same players, no substitutions, and you can see why they finished the half so strong. And if you're able to keep all 11 players on the field, you certainly would, especially with the momentum. And you can see the nerves from Dominican Republic defensively. Don't want to take any chances, putting that ball out of bounds really unnecessarily, but again didn't want to take any chances.
So Chamorro is on, and she's had a good tournament, and she started some games, but she's also come off the bench on a couple of occasions, so they'll be hoping that she can provide that little spark that they need right now, as they obviously want to try to get back in this game. And it would be interesting if they could score one, and just to make things interesting and see how Puerto Rico responds to that.
Yeah, the next goal in this game, if there is one, will be very interesting, because again, if it is Puerto Rico can find the back of the net, especially early in the second half, that would be a significant challenge for Dom Rep to emotionally and mentally pick themselves up to continue. But if they are able to get one, will it turn the favor and also give them some confidence, because they lacked confidence in the first half and they seemed unsure of themselves too.
So now quickly the ball changes, and Peguero again doing good work down that right-hand side. And again they have possession, running at the defense. That's another great ball. Opportunity here. That's going to be goal number 3. It is brilliant football. And just like that, in the 38th minute of play, Puerto Rico have tacked on a third one.
It was the delivery. I mean, the finish was nice. She was calm in front of goal, but the delivery with the outside of the foot by the skipper just feeds it through.
And Diaz couldn't miss from there. And that is Yamilet Diaz making it 3-0 now. So what a turn of events here. We were just talking about that. This third goal could be critical. And
ladies and gentlemen, a goal for Puerto Rico, number 10, Yamilet Diaz, in the 39th minute of play.
So what a hole that they've dug themselves here now. Now this is the identical scoreline in the other direction when they first played in the group stage. And so Puerto Rico will be thinking, well, we have avenged that. Now they just need to keep the scoreboard ticking over if they can, or just deny them the rest of the way and secure victory and hold on to their title.
These young ladies, they've done, Dominican Republic have done exceptional throughout the tournament. So again, being in situations where you're not down or you're not facing challenges, and and even if it is when they played Puerto Rico last time, Puerto Rico had many moments of the game that they were the stronger on the field, but the scoreline didn't represent that. So now they're at a deficit of 3. How will they respond emotionally? How can they, react to the situation and then manage those feelings as well? Because Puerto Rico is going to be on a significant high. And they will just continue to keep doing the same thing, just keep it simple and play.
Which is precisely what they're doing. They're not forcing the issue too much. And this young lady continues to excel there, Dorsey. She is here, there, and everywhere. Herself and Diaz have really locked up this left-hand side. And they've made it very difficult for the Dominican Republic to get any kind of success down their right hand side. And right now it's all about where can they put the ball in order to get something positive in this game. Right now it's all blue shirts as they come charging forward again. And there goes Macheo. She's going racing forward, looking for something. A skip over. She has a shot, but she did have her teammate just running to her right there.
She definitely had O'Brien to the right of her, and she even had Diaz, who was pulling a defender away to the left. But, the confidence is high, and she's playing fantastic. Not the best option, but certainly one that you don't blame her trying, especially the way she's playing in this game.
Well, to give it away now, this could be dangerous here. Ramirez turns into the pressure, but she somehow eludes one, is confronted, and look at how quickly they're recovering. So it's 3 blue shirts back there. 4th one, the ball is a good one, but again, the defense is sturdy. Castillo now looking to get in there, sacrificing everything. The referee says play on, and here is the early ball. Again, too casual though, because you needed to give your teammate just that split second more and play to her. Diaz, I'm sure, will be apologizing for that. The player stayed down though. That was a hefty challenge.
Cortez did well. She wasn't favored to get that ball, but she came sliding in a challenge. Looks like she came off obviously the worst of the 2, but you've got to love the commitment from Cortez. When the ball is, the ball is played up, there's 4 defenders on that back line. Heavy first touch, comes to get it back. Fantastic tackle, but comes out a little worse for wear.
Yes, it certainly is. And again, you have to feel for Espinosa because she scored the 2nd goal in the semi-final. But I think even some of the reports that I read, they're actually giving it to the O'Brien. And because O'Brien had scored the first one, no disputing that. But the second one was a direct free kick taken from somewhere like right here. So when it curled in, nobody touched it. It just went straight in. And if they had to give it to anybody, it probably would have been Macheo because she was the closest to the ball, but she didn't touch it. And after, when I spoke with O'Brien, she was saying, I was nowhere near the ball, so it certainly wasn't my goal. And she thought it should have been credited to Espinosa, but all's well that ends well. Look at this finish. Nothing Garcia could do about that. And a brilliant finish indeed. And they certainly come to the party, as they say, Puerto Rico. The defending champions are on their way to retaining their title.
Cortez is still down receiving treatment. We hope this is not too serious.
Well,
but skipper for Puerto Rico is setting an example across the board. Her work ethic, her attitude, her commitment, but the movement that you see her scanning. When she's not in possession of the ball, you see her scanning, her field awareness, and then also the ability to find Diaz between the defenders, outside of the foot. The weight of the pass was key there because the keeper was any heavier than the keeper would have come. And so just fantastic talent on the field.
Well, you don't like to see this. She's being stretched off. We wait to see if they're going to make a substitution or if they will give her chance to recover. Sometimes as soon as the players exit the field, somehow they get a burst of energy and they're back on their feet. But she still remains on the little gurney there. So we'll see if they will take her in and if they'll make a quick substitution. And it looks like they're going to have to make that change. And she sits up though. And so, but they play on with 10. And we'll see how long it takes before they decide to make that change. And, so they're down to 10. They're going to take their time to make this throw, obviously, giving her as much time as possible, if necessary. And ball Alba again. And Alba has had her hands full as well. So she hasn't really been able to come forward as much as she would normally do. Good football. Nothing forward, just hold on to it and don't give it away. And here they are again, just taking control of proceedings, showing, as I say, big woman football there. She's not prepared to just give up the ball.
O'Brien does very well there. Just shields the ball. Knows that there's no reason to try force something. She knows the defender's pushing hard in the back. She knows the foul is coming. You're already playing with 10 men. Don't make any silly decisions.
So they're still down to 10 men. There's a great ball and 2 blue shirts there. The bunks, though, just did both of them in because Macheo had the first bite at it. She just couldn't get it, and Diaz was sneaking in at the back post there. Almost got it closer to the back post.
If Machio was just an inch taller, she might have got to that.
And Diaz would say the same thing too because it just bounced and eluded both of them. And so we'll see what happens. Well, it seems as if that little rest on the Denny done the trick. And she looks like she's ready to get back in there. And Cortez not prepared to sit out the remainder of this game, at least not just yet. And good defending. And again, I thought the defender was hoping that the throw would have been hers, but it remains with the Dominican Republic. They are fighting here now. Everything is in warp speed for them because they're running out of time, and they're also running out of options as well.
Good closing down by Puerto Rico. As soon as the white get the ball, they're on them. They're not giving them time to turn, to think. They're forcing the mistake. The intensity they're playing with is making it really hard for Dominican Republic to actually start connecting with their passes.
So it's difficult again, and when you make a fall throw, you just give the ball back to your opponents. And Dorsey still battling hard for everything, really involved and working very hard indeed. Cortez trying her best there to get a touch. Now a chance here, but brilliant stop right away. And Espinosa plays a brilliant ball. And here's another foot race, but Castillo is quick. And again, sacrificing her body and making sure that she got there first and played it into touch. Cortez, the both of them coming together again, Castillo and Cortez. But this time Cortez is back on her feet quickly. And look at, again, Espinosa trying her best there to squeeze that one in. Look at how quickly they just gravitate to the ball. Suarez coming from the back, but she has support back there, so she don't have to worry. But Dia is also very efficient at the back, taking care of business. So we have another substitution, it looks like. And this time they're going to make that change. And it looks as if Cyprian is going to come off. And in her place, it is going to be Gomez. And now 3 changes for Puerto Rico. And we'll see who is coming off. And look at it, eventually they decide they're going to take off Cortez.
Put on the fresh legs of Stora.
Ladies and gentlemen, a substitution for Dominican Republic. Entering the field of play, number 16, Emma Nicole Nancy Gomez.
So Galiate is
the field of play, number 8, Denise Leticia Acero.
Antonio Mendez is also on.
Peguera is coming off.
Substitution for Puerto Rico.
Being replaced by...
Entering the field of play, number 14, Yasmari Molina Rivera.
So
Exiting
Puerto
the field
Rico
of play, number 5,
making another substitution. So Peguera is on, and number 14 is on at this stage. Rivera. So fresh legs.
Substitution for Puerto Rico, exiting the field of play.
So fresh legs for them. So they're going to try to really put
entering the field of play, number 18.
Put the squeeze now on the Dominican Republic with fresh legs, as they have made a couple of substitutions. Cortez is out, Puguero is out, Galiate is out. So they've
substitution for Puerto Rico.
done that all over. One on defense, one in midfield, and one at the back.
Mendez.
So they
exiting the field of play, number
know exactly
16,
what they're doing.
Maya Galiete.
So Galiete goes off, and she is replaced by Mendez, and Mendez has done very well whenever she has been on the park. So they're not missing anything in terms of quality on her part.
It would seem too that O'Brien has come over from the right-hand side to replace Cortez, whereas Stora has gone over to that right-hand side. So slight changes in the movement of personnel. But the other substitutions seem like-for-like positions.
So here they come again. Castillo. That's a long ball. That's really a very speculative one. And good work, Dorsey again. She's scampering forward. She has options. Brilliant ball. Here goes Macheo, the captain. Can she cut inside? Chance to shoot. And Alba took one for the team there, because if she had allowed her to get that shot off, who knows where that would have ended up. And because she was within range and was ready, she had the hammer cocked there and was really going to spank it. But Alba put her body on the line and took it away from her.
Absolutely, that was a great defending tackle. And it all stems just as Dorsey comes over the halfway, beats one, beats two, and then a space opens up. As you have said, like, she has grown significantly as this tournament has gone on. And you can see the confidence of the players today in all their movement. They're doing the basic stuff very, very well, but you see the confidence as they turn, they beat a player, they see the space. Fantastic football from Puerto Rico.
So Rivera has gone over, and Dorsey has come over on the left-hand side to help out. And just leaving it there, but Badia just a little too tight. Dorsey couldn't tidy that one up, but they get it right back. And the Dominican Republic again finding it difficult to make steady progress against this defense. This defense is flexible, but they're solid when they have to be, and they're patient as well. They're not afraid to put their bodies on the line when they have to, and you see it. They're very, very hungry as a defensive unit, and they're also very intelligent as well. Here they go quickly now. Suarez playing the ball forward, but it's intercepted, and good play down that left-hand side now. Opportunity, good movement. Quickly get the ball inside. A chance for Rodriguez. She took it away. Now another chance, but the goalkeeper is going to come and claim this one here. Just a little bit. Rivera was trying to get in there, but nothing doing. Actually, it was Mendez and Rivera, but they have nothing to show for it in the end.
Definitely their closest opportunity in this second half. Put a ball through to O'Brien. Can O'Brien take off his speed?
Good shit. She shakes her off, yeah. And a tackle coming from behind.
Tackle.
Yep. She was hoping to get something, but the referee says no, not today.
That was a fantastically timed tackle.
So again, Gomez and company, can they fashion something? Somebody's just going to have to be brilliant the rest of the way for them. Time running out on them. 54 minutes gone so far. And it has been really like one-way traffic. Blue shirts just popping up all over the field. And here they get another loose ball now. Opportunity, played a great ball. This could be another goal. And just pushed wide. And just as she was pulling the trigger, the defender came over and got a touch. So once more, you could see O'Brien getting into position, but she just took a little while to figure out if she was going to hit it with the left foot. And the defender just got over in time to put in the block.
Absolutely. You got to say, stellar defending in these situations, you know, where they really are keeping their team in it. Puerto Rico in no rush to take the corner. That's not going down to our Dominican Republic, understandably. But
Espinosa again, can she do something with it? Taking her time. And a lot of white shirts in the area, though. Here's the ball. That's not a bad one. Another header at the back post. But this time, it was Rivera who was getting that touch. She gets a chance now to play back in. And it's gone wide. But she wouldn't mind that too much. Keep it up at this end.
Puerto Rico, too, you can see that their shape. They're not wanting to give Dominican Republic too much time with the ball. Even on the goal kicks. Bodies behind the ball very quickly. Winning back possession here.
Quickly ball again. Mateo, look at it here now. She has Diaz out here on this side. Diaz taking her time. Thought about going through it, but decides to hold it up. Chance for a shot at goal. And just wide of Mary. Again, Espinosa not afraid to test the goalkeeper. Only just this wide. She didn't get it on frame. And I think that is what she wants. Here we have another substitution. And Alba is going to come off. So her tournament is over.
Ladies and gentlemen, a substitution for the Dominican Republic. Entering the field of play, number 5, Mariana Tavares. Exiting the field of play, Renata Pamela Rodriguez.
So Tavares is on.
I'm a little bit surprised at that substitution just because of how effective she's been in the last 10 minutes defensively. Unless it is a, you know, she has a knock. But she's done well. Nice turn by Diaz. Just got caught. Wins her team a throw.
So they are just doing all the smart things. Those little tricks that they've learned, that the coaches would have instilled in them. How to run the clock without running afoul of the officials. And look at how smart she is, Dorsey. Not prepared to just give it away. And they played it up there. Now they have a chance to keep it going. And that's O'Brien there trying her best to somehow get the ball to her. When she had somebody facing her right in front of her, all she had to do is roll it back and maybe even go in a better position to receive the ball. Back in the meantime, though, Dorsey is going to take her time. And they're asking her to come all the way back. So she has been a real monster on defense for Puerto Rico. And
especially, too, she's not the tallest player, you know, in the terms of being out-muscled. But her presence on the field.
And that's his tight. Does he keep it in? That's way too strong.
Way too strong. She looked like she'd just gone a little early for me. I thought she was maybe offside, but linesman's flag stays down. And Dominican Republic look to come down their left-hand side. Looking for some movement, looking for some players.
There's nothing there. That could easily have been deemed a
Ladies
foul
and
throw.
gentlemen, 3 substitutions for Puerto Rico. Exiting the field of play, number 10.
So Diaz is going to get a breather.
Diaz entering the field of play, number 20, Leela Smith.
And certainly doing her part. So Smith goes off. And it looks as if Espinoza is going to come off as well. And replacing her is the number 8, is it? Going on quickly.
Entering the field of play, number 8.
Zoe Aguayo.
Zoe Aguilero. Exiting the field of play, number 19, Liz Marie Espinoza.
You know what I observed when
13,
watching Puerto Rico in their opening match is when the bench is used, you do not see a drop in standard. You have the same quality of play, same possession, same movement, same understanding. So I mean, to be Dominican Republic and you have fresh legs coming on, but fresh legs that have not only impacted but have scored. They've got a lot of goals off the bench in previous games, and they're already down by 3. So those fresh legs will be something that will cause them some problems.
There's 10 minutes of regulation time to go, and look at that control, brilliant control there. Again, trying to get Smith involved. Smith is really a regular starter, and who somehow finds herself on the bench, but when she comes on, again, she brings energy, and they're not afraid to go through her as much as possible. So
they're in no rush to take the throw. Acting a little confused, wondering whose ball it is. Knowing it's their ball, but absolutely no rush to take the throw, and a card has been given due to time wasting.
Machado, the captain, who threw it back to Smith. And Smith still hasn't taken the throw.
But now they had to wait for the whistle as the referee did give the card.
So they don't mind.
Not at all.
That takes a couple seconds off. 61.5 minutes now gone. So less time for them to navigate. But again, they lost 3-0, and here they're up 3-0. So talk about revenge is sweet. The goalkeeper is way out of her ground though, so she has to be careful. And now she goes tracking back, but quickly coming across here, a real star at the back there, Suarez, not giving up much, and nothing going forward for Ramirez this time around.
The back four has been solid in this game. Badia, Suarez, Dorsey, Peguero, consistently just not making silly mistakes. And at this level of football, it's generally the silly mistakes that cause the problems.
So now a corner kick. Can they finally get something going towards goal? But blue shirts there first to head it out. Ramirez again. And this time Rodriguez is trying her best, but having problems. That's not a bad effort, and it's saved onto the bar and then calmly plucked out by the goalkeeper, and she's saying thank you very much, Del Moral. But what a shot this is from Rodriguez.
Absolutely. Keeper does well too. She palms it up. She can't catch it, but she does well, and then she recovers well.
Good movement, turning one defender, then slipping another one, and then the goalkeeper took over and bubbled it, but made a fine save in the end. And now they had a player down. She's just come on, Rivera, but she is going to see a hold in her head. I don't know if she got struck in the head, but I'm sure they're going to keep an eye on her just to make sure that everything is A-okay. So 63.5 minutes gone now. Time, the enemy of the Dominican Republic. But so too are these blue shirts. They're coming, and they're coming in waves at them, and they're not giving them anything easy.
Dorsey does excellent there again. Just very simple. Knew what she had to do. Knock it off the opponent and win her team a throw. And in no rush to take the throw.
She throws it in there, and Smith trying to get the handle on it. Back it comes to Dorsey. She's looking for something, decides there's not much forward, so she's going to go back with it. Quick counter attack, and
I love the fact they're putting the ball down and playing, even in the situations where the space is tight. They're trying to play the ball out.
Still, Dorsey is there though, but it's going to be throw-in. Just getting too close there and not making contact. Aguayo. Castillo though, she's done very well on defense, but she might be on the wrong end this time around. But it is, can she release it quickly? That's a good ball, and just for the moment there, the control let that down. Nunez, but trying to turn, taking away Macheo. Here's they go again. This could be more problems here. Smith running away, taking her time. Waiting, trying to slow down proceedings. Plays a lovely ball inside, but once again, here's a shot, not too far off.
Love the idea from the skipper there. She knew just used the power of the ball as it came to her. Beautiful strike, just wide of the post.
So Rivera Macheo doing an amazing job.
Substitutions for Puerto Rico. Entering the field of play, number 15, Gianna Delgado Garcia. Exiting the field of play, number 17, Kayleen Suarez. Entering the field of play, number 3, Yesmeri Molina Rivera. Exiting the field of play, number 4, Isabella Dorsey.
Del Moral gets a breather, and the reserve goalkeeper is going to come on.
Exiting the field of play, number 1, Valeria Lazo del Moral.
Everybody on this team
gets a
pretty
play.
much, yes. And I love the fact that you're 3-0 up in the final. You want everybody to play. But when I spoke to the coach at the beginning, before the game, the proudest moment is the fact that all the players have had the opportunities to contribute to their performances, and this is an example of that.
Yeah, they're not afraid to utilize their bench, and when the reserve goalkeeper can get a breather, get a run out rather, and it just tells you what the thinking is. It's partly developmental, so they're honoring that part.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is the purpose. There is in this tournament, specific information where players have to play a certain amount of time, which is important because it is a developmental tournament and you only develop players while playing. So, but he is, coach, is a perfect example of finding that balance too, of ensuring that everybody gets the opportunity to represent their country. And you can see tactically the plan, they understand the plan, they technically play well together, and their desire and their fight. It's very, very clear.
Well, what they've probably done as well, they've sacrificed, like I told you, somebody like Smith could easily start, but they put her on the bench because of that same ruling where they're allowing other players to get some more playing time, and then she could easily come off the bench and impact the game.
Absolutely.
So they're not going to lose too much that way, and he still satisfies the whole idea of giving everybody a chance to play, because there are some games where Smith started. In fact, she played the entire 70 minutes. And speaking about 70 minutes, that's just under 2 minutes away. And I would imagine we would have about another 2 or 3 minutes of added on time. So Puerto Rico are well on course here for the retention of their title. And they must be thankful to Caroline Rivera Macheo, the captain, with the first goal. Liz Marie Espinoza with a rocket, the 34th minute, to make it 2-0. And then early in the second half, Yamilet Diaz in the 38th minute. And that was all she wrote. Well, up to this point anyway. Could have a fourth. We never know. Here is Macheo. Plays a lovely little ball, but just a little too straight. She probably needed to put a little bend on it to see if it could have been picked up by one of her teammates.
Machio, very good there. She saw the ball coming. She saw the defender coming. Just shielded the ball out to play.
Trying again to mix it up. They keep possession. And you could see the intention there. Just a little too short. And she didn't try to hit it. Just hit it. She tried to roll it into her teammate and allow her the opportunity to control the ball. Back it comes to Puerto Rico. They are just cruising right now. It's given away, but can they cut it off? And quickly they send some numbers forward. That's not a bad ball at all. Opportunity here though. Turning, does well, still going, and gets the cross in. And as she was about to play it, the player slipped in the area. And look who got up there, Griffin. And the ball just slipped. We have 3 minutes of added on time. And Puerto Rico still pressing, looking for something, not just gonna just wait and be negative. They're still playing positive balls forward,
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official on
trying
the
to
sideline has indicated that there will be a
just
minimum
keep
of 3
the
minutes of
tempo
added
going,
time in the second half.
making sure that they don't just allow the Dominican Republic to get any confidence at all. They're still putting pressure on them. And even the referee getting in the way there. Referee Hood.
Everything is very purposeful from Puerto Rico.
And their supporters are loving it. And there's a lovely ball inside. Now, could this be a chance here? But Ramirez turning, twisting, and then on the turn, she's way off target. So we're playing added on time right now, and it's just a couple ticks away before Puerto Rico can start to celebrate. Their fans already celebrating, and there might just be about 30 or so of them, but you swear it was 3,000. With the kind of noise they're making, vuvuzelas, another wide assortment of instruments, improvised instruments. Good football again. Smith showing that she knows what she's about. And they keep possession, still going with it. And it just got out of harm's way there. But Rivera was trying to thread that line. Here she goes back inside. And Macheo turning, twisting Rivera gets it back now. Lovely ball played away quickly. Can Badia, who is the intended target there? They lose out, but they look at how quickly they recover and try to close down space. Taking it away. Well done again from Rivera. Another ball played up, but taken away. So we're just moments away now from the final whistle in this encounter. It's all Puerto Rico all the time, as they say, and they have another free kick, and so the final whistle could come any minute now, but for the moment it's going to be the Dominican Republic's ball, but they are not able to make any sort of progress with it, and it's off to the races once again. But what a display this has been from the Puerto Ricans, the defending champions. Despite losing to the Dominican Republic in their group stage game, they've come back here with a vengeance and have really blown the socks off the girls in white. And there is the final whistle. That's the moment. Puerto Rico are once again champions of the CFU Under-14 Challenge Series. They did it in 2023. They're back as champions again in 2025 with a 3-0 victory over the Dominican Republic. Did somebody say back-to-back? And they are the 3-0 winners. That's the final score here. And Puerto Rico can celebrate yet again champions of Tier 1 of the CFU Challenge Series under 14 girls tournament, and they did it in some style thanks to Caroline Macheo in the 27th minute who opened the scoring. Then in the 34th minute, a rocket from Liz Marie Espinosa to make it 2-0 at the half. And then in the 38th minute, 3 minutes into the second half, Yamilet Diaz, who made it 3-0 with a well-taken goal. And that was all they required. Here are some of the highlights. And early o'clock, they were trying their best to settle down. Took them a while, but once they did, boy, the things changed and changed quickly. Lovely ball out, and again, Alba trying. Sabrina not as clinical as she was earlier. Then they've started to find their range with some of these passes. A beautiful ball inside, taken away, and really Castillo all game. She's been very busy. This was a bad mistake here, and Macheo said thank you very much. Placed it brilliantly away from Garcia, and that was that. And then right there, a nice save from Garcia this time, denying Diaz on that occasion. And then this was the beauty. That ball just flew in. Rocket from Espinosa. That was 2-0 in the 34th minute. Look at it again. And the goalkeeper just watched it sail past her and into the far corner. And then moments after that, they were looking for more. This was a brilliant ball. This is in the second half now. That is Diaz. That is 3-0. And that is game, set, and match. And talk about taking revenge. They lost 3-0 to the Dominican Republic. And in the return game, they beat them by 3-0, making it look relatively easy in the end. But that's no shade on the Dominican Republic. They were just outplayed by the better team. And this young lady tried hard, but it was not to be for Rodriguez, the Dominican Republic captain. Diaz and company still kept going. This was another nice ball. Alba just not able to get going this time. She just seems a little bit heavy-legged. And now this is Rodriguez. Look at time and space. Thought she had beaten the goalkeeper Del Moral, but she was able to use the bar to her advantage. And then another really ripping shot there from the captain, but it wasn't to be for the Dominican Republic. Macheo and company will celebrate this, I'm sure. 3-0 winners. Puerto Rico over the Dominican Republic. So back-to-back titles for the Puerto Ricans, and they will be singing and dancing, no doubt, in San Juan. Now there's a San Juan here in Trinidad, but I don't know if it compares to what is happening in Puerto Rico. So they will start their little party here, but I'm sure they're jumping in Puerto Rico as well as their young ladies. They must be justifiably proud of them. Put on a real show here and took down a difficult opponent and made it look relatively easy in the end. So 3-0, the final score. And we wait on Joanne. She's hoping to get a quick interview in there. But let me just again remind you that we want to thank the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association, the host of the 2025 CFU Club Shield and Challenge Series. Flow, the internet provider, and of course carrying our broadcasts throughout the tournament. The CFU, under whose auspices the tournament is being run, they're partnering with FIFA for an expanded Challenge Series program. The Challenge Series is designed as a developmental tournament for players, referees, and coordinators. And this year's edition also involved capacity building workshops, female athlete health education, and a research survey. So as we await the presentation function, it's 3-0, the final score here. Puerto Rico back-to-back in this tournament, and you could see why. They just enjoy each other's company, and they have every reason to be proud and to be happy. So 3-0. We're standing by for for an interview, and I think the coach is going to come by to do an interview with Joanne, so we will be getting that in a short while. So Lefty Milan is there with Joanne.
Yeah, you go.
We came here with an objective. We get it. It was tough, but we're champions. So I'm feeling great.
Bouncing back from losing 3-0 in the group stages, how do you pick your team up to face the team that they lost to put on a performance like that?
I always trusted her and them, and they know that. And our coaching staff being able to give them that trust and that confidence that from losses we learn, from mistakes we learn, and they learn, we learn. That's how we get it.
All right, 2027, are we going 3 in a row?
Our objective is clear. We're going to be champions again.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So there was the interview from the coach, and there are just some of the principals, the ones who starred in this tournament and start today as well. So congratulations again to them, and I think the captain is stopping by for an interview. Macheo, Caroline Rivera Macheo is with Joanne.
All right, firstly, congratulations. Fantastic monster performance today by you and your team. How are you feeling?
I feel amazing. I feel like we connected really well, and we've definitely improved from the first game, and we didn't let them win. We let them win the first time, but we didn't give up. We came back even stronger.
How did your team feel going into this game, knowing that you did lose the first game 3-0? Did you want to get 3 against them?
Yeah, they probably thought it was going to be an easy game, but we just had one goal, and it was to beat them because we knew that we could beat them, and we never give up.
Congratulations, 2027. You all have to come back for 3 in a row.
Yes. Thank you so much.
So there you just have it there from the coach and the captain, and we should be getting the presentation going any moment now, as I can't say we're crowning a new champion, we just crowning another champion, but it's a repeat champion in Puerto Rico. The girls in white, no doubt, disappointed, I'm sure, but they could take heart in the fact that they made it all the way to the final, and I'm sure we'll be back in the not too distant future. But what a performance from the girls in blue as they get into position for the presentation.
The dignitaries for this evening's award ceremony. President of the Caribbean Football Union, Mr. Lyndon Cooper, CFU CONCACAF and the FIFA Council member, Mrs. Sonia Mulford Mystic, Acting Executive Representative Secretary in the Ministry of Sport and Youth Affairs, Mr. Gabriel McTay, Vice President of the TTFA, Mr. Jameson Reeves, Lead of FIFA's Regional Office in Barbados, Mr. Jordan Vitoir, and the CONCACAF Chief Development Officer, Mr. Jason Roberts. Mr. Lyndon Cooper will now present a token to the Acting Deputy Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Sport and Youth Affairs, Mr. Gabriel McTay.
McTay from the Ministry of Youth and Sport here in Trinidad and Tobago will assist with the presentation of the medals too. But he is getting a presentation from Mr. Lyndon Cooper from the CFU.
Mr. Lyndon Cooper will now present a token to the Vice President of the TTFA, Mr. Jameson Reeves.
And the TTFA, of course, wonderful hosts for the tournament, as well as the club challenge.
Mr. Lyndon Cooper will now present a token to the Leeds for FIFA's regional office in Barbados, Mr. Jordan Batour.
Jordan Batour is also stepping forward to receive a token from Mr. Cooper.
Mr. Lyndon Cooper will now present a token to CONCACAF Chief Development Officer, Mr. Jason Roberts.
Jason Roberts will also step forward to receive a token from the CFU president. So
Mr. Lyndon Cooper will now present the token of appreciation to the match officials in the final, Charlize Hood, Trinidad and Tobago.
So here comes the referee.
Michaela Gordon, St. Kitts and Nevis. Carla Burrows, Bahamas. Bia Blinker, Suriname. And Toshika Brown, St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
So the officials and
now for the individual awards.
doing their bit.
Mrs. Sonia Fulford Smith will present the award for Best Goalkeeper of the tournament to Valeria Del Moral.
Puerto Rico's Valeria Adel Del Moral is the top goalkeeper for the tournament. Classy display today.
Mr. George Victor will present the award for Best Goal Scorer of the tournament in Tier 1 to Gio Rodriguez, the Dominican Republic.
So Gio Rodriguez coming out on the losing end today. Didn't get much. She had to try.
Mr. Jason Roberts will present.
Was living on scraps.
Mr. Jason Roberts will present the award for the most valuable player of the final to Yamila Diaz, Puerto Rico.
So Yamila Diaz, who had a busy evening, but she did well both on defense and in attack. So congratulations to
the runners-up
her.
of the 2025 CFU Under-14 Challenge Series goes Dominican Republic.
So the silver medalists will come forward and receive their medals. That had to be one of the most painful walks to have to make when you're stepping forward to receive the silver medal, knowing that the gold medal was right there. And this young lady, while disappointed she could hold her head high, she did very well for her team. And of course, Wanderlei Garcia, the goalkeeper for the Dominican Republic. As you can see them stepping forward, they're very disappointed indeed. There is Ramirez. And also Castillo, who was a monster at the back. And this young lady came on and was battling, was fighting for everything. Lachia. And who could forget the Herculean effort that the others put in, including Cyprian, despite being substituted. And there is Alba. Didn't have her best game today. Morel came on as a substitute, and there is the captain once more. Disappointed, but still could hold her head high. Gia Marie Rodriguez. And this is the backroom staff. Proud, no doubt. Disappointed, yes. But I'm sure they'll be going home already planning what is going to come next and how they could improve They'll probably look at this game over and over and figure out
And
what
now,
they could have done
ladies and
differently.
gentlemen, please welcome
Here we get
the
ready to
winners of
welcome
Tier 1
the champion team for Tier 1 2025. Back as champions, Puerto Rico will step forward now to receive their medals and the trophy. See the broad smiles on their faces. This is what they were training long hours about, and they finally achieved their goal. And who could deny them this year now? O'Brien. Of course, at the back you had Suarez, who was a real monster in defense. And also helping out there was Negredo. Smith came on as a substitute, but it's in the other games where she proved her value. And also helping out there and doing her job, Cortez. These are the other members of the coaching staff and the technical team. They all played a part because when you have so many injuries or niggles, somebody has to help these players to get back on track. And of course the coach who's going to get most of the plaudits. And this young lady who is stepping forward now is as proud as anybody, and she will probably be the toast of Puerto Rico. The captain of the team, Caroline Rivera Macheo, scored a goal, assisted in another, and was in the thick of everything. She received the trophy and looks as proud as anybody. Congratulations to her. Now she could go and start the party with her friends. These are your champions for 2025. Repeat champions, Puerto Rico, back to back. Congratulations to them. Deserving winners. And what a John, as we get ready to close off here, what a tournament and what a champion in Puerto Rico.
Absolutely, I mean, super. Went down 3 goals.
Throughout from day one all the way through, and these are your champions, folks, as they celebrate and they deserve it. As it says, CFU Under 14 Challenge Series Champions 2025. That title belongs to Puerto Rico, who are winning it back-to-back occasions 2 years ago and now again in 2025. I'm asking and thanking you so much for being with us. And we look forward to you joining us again when we have more coverage of CFU tournament from all of us here in TNT thank you so much for being with us, and this is where we leave you for now. So again, we want to thank our sponsors for making it possible, the TTFA, and who really hosted both CFU tournaments, the Club Shield, and now the Under 14 Challenge Series for ladies. Of course, Flo, who's provided us with the internet service, but also beaming our images all around the world. And of course, the CFU partnering with FIFA for the Women's Development Program, assisting our referees, our coordinators, and ensuring their development as well.
Not simply about how many games you win, but more about how many lives you touch. This is why we do it.
Because football is life.
Because we know firsthand the power football can positively change lives.
Because there's nothing else we'd rather do. Because our hearts beat football.
Because there's nothing quite like representing your country.
For the love of the game. Por el amor.
Pour l'amour.
I'd leave the war.
For the love of the beautiful game.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Champion, we run the world. We run the world.
It's not simply about how many games you win, but more about how many lives you touch. This is why we do it.
Because football is life. Because we know firsthand the power football can positively change lives.
Because there's nothing else we'd rather do.